Welcome to the beautiful parish of Clarendon for the finals of the rural area under 14 football competition. Of course, the governing body is Issa. You're joining us for the team meetings as the heads of Issa and does the team greetings. He's joined, of course, by Maron Gordon there, the under-17 head coach for the Reggae Boys. So the two teams set for this matchup, Veer Technical and St. Elizabeth Technical. Both had contrasting journeys to the final. Stets, of course, having a 26-goal man in the form of number 11, Kenoy Banton, ably assisted by Danelius Smith, the number 9, 17 goals. So yeah, they've really done very well. The top scorers for Veer Technical, Tejani Soma, 9 goals. He was the lone scorer in their 1-0 victory over Veer Technical in their semi-final. And the captain, Patrick Page, also does very well for them. They're getting ready for their team photos. Of course, this will go down in their posterity. And of course, the sponsors and other interests are there as well. And of course, Maron Gordon certainly has an eye out for talent, as the under-17 Reggae Boys will soon assemble for their shot at qualifying for the World Cup. That's Veer Technical in their traditional green and yellow. Hasn't been the best day for teams in yellow today, and with a hint of green as well. But I'm sure they will definitely want to do much better. They have their shot with the dignitaries from Issa as well as Maron Gordon from the JFF. Yeah, the referees for this fixture, Akeem Brown, Fennett Brown, Cedric Coleman, Horace Hamilton. Yeah, they have charge over this one. And the captains will soon have their time with the referees as the toss of coin will be done. So yeah, that's Malik Wellington. He's the captain for Stets. Patrick Page, the captain for Veer Technical. They are being spoken to by the referee, Kima Brown. Encouraging them, of course, to play with the whistle and follow the instructions of the referees. And, of course, perhaps to enjoy themselves. This is a big moment for them in their sporting career. This is where it begins. So they have their moment as well, the officials, ensuring that they have great synergy on the pitch. Akima Brown, again, Fennett Brown, Cedric Coleman, and Horace Hamilton, the fourth referee. Yeah, and the referee just allowing the teams to have their final moments of encouragement and prayer. And that should be very, very key for them going into this particular encounter. Perhaps for some, the first final that they face in their high school career. And yeah, should be very, very interesting. The starting lineup of Veer Technical: in goal, Andaleroy Bailey, Darren Palmer, Kimani Gale, Neville Grant, Jade Lindo, Patrick Page, the 7th man he's as well, Ezekiel Scarlett, O'Brien Smith, Dejani Soma, 9 goals to his credit, Anthony Reid, and Devon Myrie. For Stets, Janoi Stedman in goal, Demoni Miller, James Williams, Dimitri Morgan, Alexander Myers, Bjorn Sims, Roberto Brissett, Mikhail Andrews, Danila Smith, 17 goals for him, Malik Wellington, he's the captain, and Kenoy Banton, 26 goals for him What an impressive tally for the man from Stets. Interestingly, they have another team for the under-16 competition as well, the Stets. So, of course, they're doing very well at the lower age group bracket. And we're getting ready for the kickoff. Dean Smith, your commentator, and I'll be guiding you through the affairs all the way to the end of this match, the end of the 90, and perhaps penalties if there's not a decider within those 90 minutes of play. Yeah, that's a kickoff. Very technical on the ball early. Under pressure quickly from Stets. And they get a throw in quickly. It does very technical. Seems to be a foul throw there. Dimitri Morgan takes it for Stets, trying to play through Banton. And all sorts of pressure. Very technical now with the ability to clear. Putting it forward. And here comes very technical through Devon Myrie. Myrie with lots of pace down the left-hand side. Good defensive work. That danger, yes, averted by Demani Miller for Stets. So it's a throw-in for Veer Technical. They take it quickly. Ezekiel Scarlett had that one. Stets playing that forward, trying to get it to Banton, but danger is averted from the defender for Veer Technical. Made no mistake on that occasion. But it's a throw-in for Stets. Alexander Mize takes it quickly. Stripped of possession. Here's a Page trying to connect with Devon Myrie, but that was cut out quickly. Still been unsettled, both teams in the encounter so far. Perhaps they're trying to get accustomed to the afternoon sun. Yeah, tough conditions to play football in, but I'm sure they would have done it not for the first time this season. So here comes Stets. Defensive work that from Veer Technical to play it out. Scarlett trying to avert the danger. Puts it out to Soman. He's the danger man. Still Soman. Gets by two. Still on the left is Soman. Tries to connect with Myrie. Myrie though. Soman! Oh yes, that's the first shot of the afternoon. Tajani Soman there testing the goalkeeper, Janai Stedman for Stets. These two teams would have met already this season. Ended up as a 0-0 draw. A bit of missteps and slips there, but good work from Veer Technical, ensuring that Stets are not able to break and cause any danger on the left-hand side. So it's a throw-in. We'll make that, yeah, it's a throw-in, and that will be taken by Alexander Mize for Stets. Played it into the box, but that's cut out quickly. Veer Technical now trying to clear. That goes out for throw-in again. Morgan takes a throw quickly, but again, that's another throw. Veer Technical not making any mistakes whatsoever. It's a throw-in. Stets, they've been settling in quite well in this game so far. In the past minutes or so. Play that forward, trying to connect with the danger man, Banton. Just trying to go one time, but that was easily cut out by Veer Technical. And it's a throw-in now for Veer Technical. Now they have the ability to clear their lines and bring some level of calm in the game. Page, the captain, he's under pressure. But Scarlett plays it up for them. On the end of that one now is Soman. Soman, great space. Gets by one. Comes in the box now. Great defensive work that from Dimitri Morgan to clear their danger. As Tajani Soman was in on goal and ready to cause all sorts of problems for the Stets defensive line and to test the keeper. But it's a corner kick. And let's see how that one will go. So the corner will be taken by Anthony Reid for Veer Technical. Here it comes. High in the air. Foot on it from the number 12. That was Neville Grant. But that really posed no danger for Janoy Stedman in goal for Stets. Veer Technical have had the better of the shots so far. But here, Banton is trying to be played through by Danilis Smith, but that was cut out. Neville Grant on the end of that one now for Veer Technical. And he does well enough to get a throw in. Here's the number 9 for Veer Technical now, Brian Smith. Smith was trying to cross it, but he gets it again. Went into some traffic, but it comes all the way to the captain, Page. Page still on the ball. Patrick Page, still Page. Still with the ball is the captain. Gets by Morgan. Can't get by the other defender there, who did really well. That's Demoni Miller for Stets. But it's a throw-in for Veer Technical, deep in the half of Stets. And they've really come alive in the last 3 minutes of this encounter, but so much more to come in this game. They take the throw in quickly. Trying to bring it in the box. When it came to the number 11, it's still with him. And the shot there from Jade Lindo, well wide of the mark. But they've been having quite a few shots on target as well as that shot that was off target. Yeah, more purposeful has Veer Technical looked. But it's a goal kick. Stedman plays it out. Trying to get all the way back to. It's with Banton now. Defensive work that from Veer Technical, but yes, still Banton on the ball. Kenai Banton was trying to play it in the box, but that was cut out. And it's a throw-in for Veer Technical as well. So some medical help being given to the Veer Technical player. It's been attended to by the team. And this opportunity now for the coaches to get some messages across to their players and settle their nerves. As I mentioned earlier, they've met before. That was a 0-0 draw, so I'm sure they definitely want to get the advantage in this one. that would make them outright champions for rural area under 14 football. So, play resumes now. Played out for a throw-in. Veer Technical to take that one quickly through Jade Lindo. And again, that's another throw-in for them. So Lindo will connect with Anthony Reed. Reed tries to, he gets by the defender. Reed tries to poke it forward, but cut out. He's tracing that one. Yeah, but that would have been offside of Brian Smith. And the whistle there on the play. Of course, the assistant referee has to wait on the whistle, on the contact rather, with the ball before the flag is raised. But yeah, it was clear that O'Brien Smith was offside on that occasion. Rather diminutive in contrast with some of the towering players, especially for Stets. They're really tall and imposing. Linda takes it quickly. Trying to connect with the number 11, Anthony Reed. Gets it across. Cut out by Stets effectively. Still very technical. They're trying to settle it, but Miller, that Smith in the end playing that off a very technical player that went out for a throw-in for Stets on this the left-hand side. Patrick Page, so easy on the ball is Page. Plays it out to Soman. Soman has great pace. Gets by one. Still Soman. Runs into traffic. And that's cleared out. Demoni Miller there doing the defensive work for Stets. Yes, Stets facing a lot of inroads, especially in the flanks from Veer Technical. Sohan has been so very well. Has a lot of pace, and they'll have to watch him with Stets. They've really not been able to release their target man just yet. Great play from O'Brien Smith for Veer Technical. Great skill. Getting that ball to the danger man now. Soman. And he wins a corner kick to Soman. Very technical, really settling in their own rhythm and ensuring that they can play effectively. Anthony Reed, the man behind this kick now for Veer Technical. Sends it across. Number 5 there, Dameron Palmer, got a head to it, but it went all the way back to Reed. But they still have it in possession, Veer Technical. Poor pass that. And now Stets have the opportunity to break. Trying to play through Banton. But that ball went all the way to Lindo. But it's Banton now. The goalkeeper needed to make that crucial intervention, and he did. Playing out the danger. And Veer Technical now able to clear. Trying to boot it forward, but that one went out of touch. It's a throw-in for Stets. But yeah, Andelroy Bailey really had to play that one out quickly. But the danger man, 26 goal, Kenoi Banton, was in on goal after that defensive howler. But he really couldn't make it count for Stets. Still 0-0. Here's Veer Technical now. Chade Lindo. Still Lindo on the right hand flank. Tries to send across, but played out in the end for a goal kick. So we're just about in the 14th minute of play in this encounter. Still 0-0 between Veer Technical and Stets. Yeah, that's number 11 for Stets. Just a while ago on your screen, Kinoy Banton. There is no hiding that he is the danger man for them. But Veer Technical, they've had the better of play, especially through the links of Page and Soman! Soman! Yeah, he's stripped of possession there. Good defensive work from Miller. Stets now with the ability to break. Veer Technical not afraid to play a high line, and they've been cutting out any offensive thrust from Stets as early as it comes. But it's a offside call that now for Stets to play that one out. John Stedman to take this kick. Plays it up. Great ball that. Release it, Anthony Reed. Reed. Good defensive work that from Dimitri Morgan. So calm to play it out. Still in their own half. Andrews, the number 7, also in the party. Comes to Smith. Andrews trying to play it over. Roberto Brissett, the intended target. It comes to him now. He's under pressure and he gets by one. Brissett still being hounded. But the ball played all the way to the goalkeeper. Plays down for Veer Technical deep in the Stets half. The referee heading over to ensure that he's well, and of course the medical team for Veer Technical also going over. And again, it's a chance for the coaches to ensure that the teams are calm and able to handle the pressure. The number 9, O'Brien Smith, yeah, diminutive but has great touch, great vision. Let's see what he delivers for today. Michael Thompson, that's the coach for Veer Technical. You just saw him walk out of the shot. Attended Kempsey and played football for them at the high school level. Also played with the Lionel Town Sports Academy. Yeah, you see him with the smart board in a sense, getting ready to give some instructions to his players. Omar Rambo Wedderburn, not the head coach for the under-14 program, but definitely a part of the coaching setup. The referee says enough of their own periods of tuition. The coaches with the players as they get some water and refresh themselves. Play ready to resume. Akima Brown there with the ball. Just handed it back to the goalkeeper, Andrew Bailey. Bailey played it out, but puts himself under pressure. Smith. Banton! Banton fired wide. Yeah, that was an opportunity for them to break the deadlock. Goal kick taken quickly by Veer Technical. Soman on the end of that one. Soman has great pace. Gets by 2. Still on the flank is Soman. Can he whip a delightful cross? Should have passed that ball much earlier. And he's been howled at by the coach, Michael Thompson. Really was overzealous, overcommitting, and really should have delivered a cross as he really got in with a lot of pace on the left-hand flank to Johnny Soman. Yeah, that's the coach there, Michael Thompson. I wonder who he calls pro box. Perhaps he has excellent deliveries. Very technical, trying to clear, but Stets is very much present. And that's one booted over the throw line. And Morgan will take that one quickly. Dimitri Morgan, the number 6, sends it up, but that's cut out again by Veer Technical. It's another throw-in for them. Stets on this left-hand side. Throw taken quickly. Intended target Banton. Couldn't get it to him. Miller there did well for Stets. But here, Veer Technical, they try to clear now. It's with the number 9. Great skill. Great skill he has. A bit overzealous there was a Brian Smith. Smith, the other Smith, Danila Smith for Stets. He's on the ball now. Smith tries a shot, but that had little conviction, little venom to it. Easily handled by Roy Bailey. So Bailey plays it up. Wellington there for Stets trying to clear, but it's with Reed. Anthony Reed tried to play it forward, but it cut out by Wellington. Mikhail Andrews there ensuring that the ball was shielded out for a throw-in. Morgan quickly to the captain. Wellington played it up, trying to connect with Banton, but a no-nonsense defender ensuring that no advance is made. Here's Wellington trying to get through to Danilo Smith, but again played out of touch. So still awaiting the throw-in. It's taken now. That's a corner kick played out by Jadi Lindo. So here comes the corner kick now from Stets. Good corner. And that header should have been on target. Banton really should have done better there. Really a delightful delivery that came to him, and he just couldn't get it on target. Veer Technical now. Trying to clear. Plays down and being attended to by referee Kima Brown. He's been attended to by the medical staff there for Stets. That's Roger Robinson, the coach for Stets. Spoke to him before the match. He expects a lot from Kenoi Banton. Good defensive work that from Dimitri Morgan to clear the danger. Anthony Reid was waiting for that delivery, but Jade Linda now trying to play it forward. Reid gets the ball, gets it to Page. Page across, and good defensive work that to give up a corner kick. Could have been much more dangerous. So here's a corner kick to be delivered by Anthony Reid. Still 0-0, taken short to Patrick Page. Page gets by one, comes in, sends it across. And a whistle now on the play as the assistant referee, Fernand Brown, saw an offside there. Neville Grant was adjudged to have been offside on that occasion. So it's a free kick for Stets. Stedman hasn't really gotten a lot of clearance and height on his kicks. Let's see if he does better on this occasion. Yeah, he really does. Trying to get it connecting, but Veer Technical in possession. Puts that one forward with no real target in mind except the goalkeeper, Janoy Stedman. Settles the ball. Played upfield. Whistle there on the play. So, handled ball that from Jade Linda. Morgan sent it forward for Stets. Headed out. Still with Soman. Soman trying to get in the defensive line of work. But Veer Technical now get a throw in. Neville Grant took it but went back to the Stets team. Soman they're trying to get it in his control, but yeah, that was a bit too much for him. Another throw in for Stets taken quickly. Grant plays it up forward. And Stets now able to clear. Not really much on the clearance. Here's Smith trying to play through Reid, but that was cut out by Morgan, who has looked very impressive. Banton now. His touch has been a bit off today. Wellington playing that out, but that's a throw in for Veer Technical. Lindo takes it quickly. Trying to release Smith, but that was cut out. He will reset and take it again. That's another throw in for Veer Technical. They're advancing through the throw-ins. Deep in the half. Well, it's actually a kick. Smith was manhandled there. Brian Smith. Noticeably smaller than many of the players on the park is Brian Smith. Has a lot of skill though. So he'll be handled and dealt with. Must be an aspiring nurse. Still in her school uniform. Giving him some ice on the affected area. Just the back of his head. The neck area thereabout. So in the 31st minute of play so far, here's the kick. In by Reid. Easily handled by Janoy Stedman in goal. He was coming under some amount of pressure, but was able to handle that one easily. Being urged to play it out quickly, Stedman. But it only went to as far as Mikhail Andrews, but now it's with a ball trying to get Kenoi Banton in the play. And Banton being adjudged to have fouled goalkeeper Andrew Roy Bailey. Bailey plays it up. Wellington tries to get it further forward. Smith on the ball. Whistle there on the play. A tangle there between Daniela Smith and Jade Lindo. So Banton, the assigned kicker behind this one, will look to go directly for goal. Banton. Banton. Easy header. Playing it out for a corner kick. So it's a corner kick for St. Elizabeth Technical. Sent across. Malik Andrews trying to make that. Malik Wellington trying to get on the end of that one, but easily handled in the end. Playing now with Veer Technical, trying to clear in their own half. Played up forward now. Morgan got a foot to it, but only played it out for a throw-in. Lindo plays it up. Whistle there on the play again, but it's a throw-in for Stets. I'll make that a kick. Reed must have been offside there. Morgan plays it up. It's another kick for Stets. Dejon Sims, the man behind that. Trying to send it forward, but he slips. And it comes to Brian Smith, the number 9. He links now with Soman, but that's cut out. Good recovery by Sims, who actually gave up the play through a poorly taken kick, slipping just before you would have made contact with the ball. But the clearance in the end, all the way downfield for a goal kick for Veer Technical. Playing it up. Reed takes it down well. Connects with Linda, and his touch let him down. So 45 minutes have been played so far. Only 2 minutes added on for stoppages. Great ball that for Tijani Soman. Gets by. Soman will look to deliver across. Can't get it in the air. And it comes now to Wellington. Couldn't get it under his control. Reed tries to shoot. High and wide. But the intention certainly commendable from Anthony Reed. Immediately following this game, the under-16 final will be contested between St. Elizabeth Technical and Glenmuir. So St. Elizabeth Technical having two teams in rural youth level competitions. That certainly does well to the program that they are developing there. Veer Technical, of course, continuing the relevance of Clarendon in rural area football, perhaps all-island football as well. They had finalists in all competitions, Clarendon as a parish, the Ben Francis Cup, the DeCosta Cup, and they have a finalist in the under-14 and under-16 as well. Of course, Veer Technical and Glenmuir are the teams we may mention of. It's a throw-in. Linda takes it quickly. Gets through to Anthony Reed. Tries to get it across, but didn't have much purchase on that ball. Blowing the halftime whistle. Still 0-0 between the two teams here. Veer Technical and the St. Elizabeth Technical here at Fogar Road in the parish of Clarendon for the Issa under-14 rural football final. So welcome back to second half action in the rural under 14 Issa schoolboy football final. Of course, Veer Technical in yellow and green, St. Elizabeth in white, blue and yellow. Technical would have taken the lead courtesy of a strike from the captain Page in the 39th minute. Of course, each 5 minutes for the under 14 competition. So Veer Technical currently lead a goal to. Of course, Stets, St. Elizabeth Technical, the full name for Stets, yeah. They're trying to, but resolute definitely been demonstrated for Veer Technical. So Veer Technical in their own half trying to clear. Foul that. And have a free kick on the left hand side. Patrick Page standing behind. The referee just ensuring that the technical areas are cleared of unnecessary traffic. Kick taken now, goes all the way back to Janai Stedman in goal for Stets. Boots it forward. Was a bit too much for Robert trying to get on the end of it. Of course, a substitution has been made. Jerome Taylor Jr. Yeah, the West Indian Jerome Taylor. Frey. And he replaced Alexander Myers, the number 8. But it's a kick again for Veer Technical, punting it forward. The moments that for Stets is Lindo. The Soman played out earnestly by Morgan there in defense for Stets. Throw and taken quickly. Ball played through. Soman to chase, was played out of touch. A bit too much for him. It's a goal kick now for St. Elizabeth Technical. Stedman punts it forward all the way to Mikhail Andrews. Get it under his control. It's a throw in to be taken quickly by another throw in for them. That's very so throwing that for Stets taken quickly. O'Brien Smith coming back to do some defensive work for Veer Technical. It forward, but not settled just yet. Here's Scarlett trying to get around his mark. Managed to get a ubiquitous part of the field is Patrick Page. So he delivers it, delightful ball going to the post, but Anthony Reid got us a marginal header on it. Janai Stedman. Clearance that all the way up, but probably handled by defensive team of Veer Technical. Kimani Gale in particular. Hasn't had fraternity would Still in the air. It's with so much skill, but unable to evade the danger there for Veer Technical. So he'll have to be out for a win by Stets, and they are in a hurry to take it, but goalkeeper Andalroy Bailey is down. He's in medical help being summoned by the referee Akima Brown, and that comes in the student who has the ice. So 54 minutes has been played so far of this 60-minute matchup. So on the ground of the shot, you're seeing the Glenmuir team warming up. Get their encounter. Stets. But Stets here, they trail by a 1-0. Ezekiel Scarlett is through to try to go around the defender, but he support from Anthony Reid now. And Reid on the left-hand side. Played out easily by Bjorn Sims, but Smith is there. He's bodied over. And now Daniela Smith trying to play it forward. Great defensive work that by Reid and co. And Sims trying to bring Banton into the play, but easily handled. So it's a throw in for Veer Technical. Wellington tries to play it forward for Stets, but again, the traffic a bit hard to navigate through. Veer Technical trying to clear their lines and to play it up, but with O'Brien Smith now. Does the give and go, but he didn't get it back. But Kimani Gale able to play it forward. Under the reach now of Tajani Soman. Blistering pace. And that will attract referee. Flashes the yellow card. Jamie Williams. Really had to hold back Tajani Soman because he has so much pace on flanks. In the first half, he was dangerous on the left flank. Now he's on the right flank, wreaking as much havoc. For Veer Technical. And this can be dangerous. Delivery comes forward. Heads go up, but easily. Well, easily. Had to be parried over the crossbar by Janoy Stedman in goal for Stets. So it's a corner kick for Veer Technical. Delivery comes across. Straight to the keeper, Stedman. Yeah, the very technical defense, they've been really solid at back. His partner, Darren Palmer, they've really been in dangers. That St. Elizabeth Technical pole. And to think that they have 2 forwards of St. Elizabeth Technical with 43 goals between them. 43 goals. 26 for Kenoi Banton, 17 for Denelius Smith. Yeah, 43 goals between them, but they've not been able to really pose any great danger to Veer Technical. Of course, it was a nil. They met in the preliminary rounds of the competition. Make that the quarterfinal, really. So it's a free kick for Stets. Cannot and the man standing behind it. Roger Robinson trying to be a picture of calm. Can Banton deliver from the left? Steps up, fires, and it goes in the back of the net. Poor from the goalkeeper Bailey, but credit to the 26 goal, now 27 goal man, Kenoi Banton, bringing them back into the contest. And yeah, they're loving that one. Veer Technical 1, St. Elizabeth Technical 1. Bailey knows he should have done much better there. It's War Banton, I beg your pardon, Kenoi Banton. The goalkeeper, Genoy Stedman, he's down. He'll be attended to. So that goal on the 60th minute of play, Kenoi Banton bringing the scores level here at Fogo Road. That's Kenoi Stedman, the custodian for St. Elizabeth Technical. Veer Technical, they now have to perhaps gain the lead, or of course Stedman to say about that, and giving chase to this, manages to keep it in. Well, actually played out for a throw-in. It's a throw-in for Stets. And they're giving attention to it, playing it out. Neville Grant now. Foul that on Patrick Page. He's off Kenoi Banton for the crossbar. So it's a goal kick for Sets. Doesn't go very far. Page trying to get on the end of it. Smith does well, but he's brought down by Brissett. Stets out. Free kick by Patrick Page. Stands behind it now. Page with the delivery. Sent around two defenders. Patrick Page gets by a third. Bijan Sims in, getting a bit of the ankles of Patrick Page as well, but he'll be all right. Graham there getting ready to take that throw in, but medical for he's up now, and the throw in will be allowed to be taken by Neville Graham. Make that Neville Grant. Yeah, so he takes that. So it's Grant trying to turn, unable to do so. Banton trying to go through traffic, but it's with Smith now. Smith slipped on the ball. Gale will try to clear for Veer. He does so, plays it upfield. Fortuitously it came to Scarlett. Still Scarlett. Unable to really get much purchase on it. And Veer technical now through Patrick Page on the left-hand side. Up in the ante. Page sends it across. Easily handled Janoy Stedman. And the release a bit poor. Gale. Kimani Gale to Page. They've really settled after the goal they've conceded has Veer technical. And some attractive football here. Plays it upfield. Offside that to Devon Myrie. Actually ran from an offside position, trying to back onside, but yeah, he was already pretty much involved in that play. Here's Stets. They're trying to come forward. It's played out. Banton there, the man down. So the game will go directly to penalties if the deadlock isn't broken in the next 2.5 minutes. Plus any time. So here's Veer technical. Trying to go forward. Anthony Reid trying to get on the end of that one, but way outside reach. Stedman did well to play it forward. Jerome Taylor there trying to get through on defense. Unable to do so on that occasion. Darren Palmer there being resolute in defense. That's Malik Wellington. He's actually the principal of Stets and the head of Issa, the president of another throw in for Stets. Can Veer win it late? Whistle there on the play. Kick for Veer technical. Through with Soman. Had to do very well there, Jamie Williams. The throw in there is with Myers. Actually played it out, and it's a throw in now for Stets on the left hand side. So the fourth official by the sideline indicating a minimum of 4 minutes for stop. But here comes St. Elizabeth Technical on the left hand side through Danelia Smith. Smith tries to send it across, but that's cut out by Page, who tries to clear. It only comes in his own half. Booted forward, and Bailey being urged to make the clearance. Really wasn't needed to have been, but some of the danger has been averted. But he was adjudged to have been fouled. Bailey. Kick taken quickly. Is a throw for Veer Technical. Here. Here's a Banton. Easily handled by Palmer. Soman trying to chase on that one. It goes out of touch. Ball played up. Whistle on the play there. Jerome Taylor handling that ball. Of course, the resemblance to his father is very much evident. Jerome Taylor Jr., the number 16 for Stets. Here comes Smith trying to play it forward. In chase, but Bailey did well to boot it forward. Smith with the header. Ball played up field. Up by Wellington. But Stets now able to stab it forward, but still very much a plucky affair, especially in these final moments of the encounter. Kept in well by Grant. So man, what a great challenge that needed to have been accurate by Danelia Smith, and it was. It's a throw in for Vertical on the side, taken quickly. The tempo has definitely gone up. Patrick Page there. A whistle on the play. So, just about a minute and a half left, or perhaps less. Stets plays it up forward. Intercepted by Veer Technical. It's with the captain, Page. Still Page in the middle of the park. Spreads Scarlett. Scarlett finds Lindo. Lindo. By, but plays it out for a throw-in. Throw-in taken quickly. Anthony Reid there. A change being made again by St. Elizabeth Technical. The substitute who came on actually being substituted. Number 14 coming on. He's T.J. Stevens. So this one definitely seemingly headed to penalties. And Roy Bailey in goal for Virtet. So the interest definitely very much present in this encounter. You see Roger Robinson there from Stets. His opposite in shot. And a few parents here as well for Veer Technical. Seems as if a change is about to be made also for Veer Technical. So this the goalkeeper changing roles. For Darren Palmer, number 5, the central defender, he's now being placed in goal for Virtet, while number 18, Smith, came on for Andleroy Bailey. So is the change being made? Well, that's all that had to be done. Referee blows the full-time whistle, and the kick penalty mark will be used to decide rural under 14 Issa football competition. Technical, they were especially after being pulled back a goal apiece. But they did well to claw themselves back into the encounter. And that shot from about 30 yards out by their talisman, Kenoy Banton, from a free kick. Roy Bailey really should have done a lot better. Penalty. The winners of the under 14 title. So, in other parts of the world, in other competitions in the world, we've seen penalty kicks deciding the winner, who has of steel and the technical nous to get through the dreaded penalty kick. We're standing by for the final of the Under-16 Rural Area Football Competition here at the Fogo Road High School between Glenmuir High School and St. Elizabeth Technical. Of course, Stets would have earlier won the Under-14 title, beating a Clarendon team in Veer Technical. Now, Stets, they face another Clarendon team in the form of Glenmuir. And Glenmuir, of course, Ben Francis Cup winners in Under-19 level football. The team of referees, Doyne Tommins, the man in charge of proceedings, assisted by Keone Denton and Kishana Robinson. The fourth official, Horace Hamilton. Stets. A quick look at their lineup. Krishan Hill, Javon Wright, Jamari Walters, Shamar McIntosh, Prince Perry, Justin McPherson, Jade Lynch, DeAndre Barnett, Ray J. Newman, Jordan Cockett, and Joannio Gordon. Glenmuir, Justin Murray, Lennox Francis, O'Neill Headley, DeQuain Allen, James Wellington, Orain Watson, Denzel Watson, Devoni Gordon, Nyron Allen, Deshaun Campbell, and Kemari Ray. Orain Watson, of course, would have been a part of that Ben Francis KO title winning team. And yes, he has so many years ahead of him, able to play the Under-16 level, and he captains the team today. The opposite number, Joannio Gordon, the captain for Stets. They're being spoken to by the referee, Doyne Tommins. Doing the toss of coins. Glenmuir will go from right to left, it seems. Stets will go from left to right. Kneels. Doubt he's taking the knee here. He kneels for prayer, Orain Watson. And what a moment we know he can deliver. Had all of 17 goals and the Under-19 level did Watson. Of course, he's joined by O'Neill Headley, who was a centre back for the Under-19 team as well. Glenmuir's Under-19 team played in that Ben Francis Cup final, O'Neill Headley. And of course, he'll provide a lot of calm in the defensive line. Stets, they'll have the first kick of the afternoon. Stets, of course, quick from left to right. Glenmuir, kick from right to left. Doyne Tommins ensuring that anything that is untoward is removed. And we have kickoff, the Under-16 final. Rural football on the spotlight. Glenmuir versus Stets. Glenmuir trying to settle on the ball. Headley plays it up forward. Denzel Watson trying to chase. That was a bit too much, easily let out of play by Krishan Hill, the custodian for Stets. That's the coach of Glenmuir High School, Deshaun Peck. The assistant to the Under-19 program, of course, Andrew Peart, head of JFF Coaching Education, very much the technical director for Glenmuir. So it's a kick for Stets, playing that one all the way forward, trying to release their striker, number 6, but they still have dangerous play here. Not able to get the shot off. Gordon on the ball. Easily handled though by the Glenmuir defense. They try to play it out, but doesn't go very far. Still with Gordon on the left-hand side. Under a lot of pressure. Deshaun Campbell with him, but Gordon plays it a bit back. And it comes all the way to great ball, that release for the number 11. He's being hassled and harried by Prince Perry there. That's the coach of St. Elizabeth Technical, Brandon Gale. Glenmuir actually would have beaten Stets prior to this particular meeting. Here's a free kick. Sent straight to goal. Just over the crossbar. Great intention that. A good kick from O'Neill Headley for Glenmuir. Their intention definitely being shown. Looks like it's going to be a very interesting encounter. It's a goal kick for Stets. They played out. Gordon on the end of it. He's being hassled and harried, but he manages to get by Lennox France. Make that Javon Wright. Playing it forward now. But Wellington plays it up for Glenmuir. Still in the middle of the park. Still chasing. Now it's with Watson. Orain Watson. Effective challenge that from number 17, Shamar McIntosh for Stets. Ensuring danger is averted, as Watson certainly is an experienced customer. Has so many goals at the senior level. Stepping down now to junior level football. Should be a threat. It's a corner kick for Glenmuir. Can it deliver something special in this encounter? First corner kick of the encounter. 40 minutes for the half, just for those who might be wondering. The corner kick is delivered. Far and deep. Goalkeeper had to punch it away. Krishawn Hill. And it's another corner kick for Glenmuir. This time on the right-hand side of their attack. Left-hand side of Stets. Here it comes, the corner kick. Low. Not really much on it. And Stets able to clear. They clear now through their number 10 man, DeAndre Barnett. Played it forward. Trying to release Justin McPherson on it, but he was harried, hassled. And the resulting throw-in going the way of Stets. Make that the resulting spot kick going the way of Stets. Played up. Trying to find Ray-J Newman. But Wellington was there to block that directed channel. Throw and taken quickly. McIntosh took it quickly. And that's a foul against Justin McPherson, who was ready to pounce there. DeAndre Barnett, the man standing behind this kick. Three-man wall being set up. Justin Murray in goal there. Barnett sends it forward. That could have been very dangerous. Glenmuir though are speared. Only just though. Ball not very much cleared. Barnett on the ball. Sends a shot. And easily handled by Justin Murray. Jordan Cockett was there trying to be a menace as well. But Glenmuir able now to settle. Played up by Devonnie Gordon. Giving chase is Nyron Allen. And he would have fouled the Stets defender before playing it into the back of the net. He's been spoken to by the referee, Dine Cummings. But amidst it all, his intentions are definitely being shown. Play resumes now. James Wellington trying to play it out for Glenmuir. Lennox Francis. Beautiful ball. Again, releases Nyron Allen. Allen. In a lot of traffic now. Allen manages to get by one. And Dine Cummings says he was manhandled, fouled. It's a free kick. So it's a free kick for Glenmuir, deep in the Stets half. Seven Glenmuir players in the box. Make that 6. It comes across, and that was a very tempting ball, but no one was able to get on the end of it. Going out for a goal kick for Stets. Able to reset. James Wellington doing well to head it out. Great play this from Nyron Allen. What a lively player he's been. Good defensive work from Jade Lynch. Still with Stets on the left-hand side. The captain, Gordon, plays it again. Trying to bring their number 10, DeAndre Barnett, in the picture. Barnett still trying to go forward, but didn't have the final pass. And Glenmuir able now to play out. And they bring Orain Watson on the play. Down the right-hand side, Orain Watson, the captain for the day. He is with company in the form of Jade Lynch. Watson tried to bring it all the way back to DeAndre Barnett. But Stets now on the counter. Justin Murray played very dangerously there. Had to be very cool, but passing the ball only to the Stets attacking man in the form of DeAndre Barnett, who sent across, and that was easily handled by Justin Murray. Kick taken quickly by Glenmuir. Nyron Allen. Manages to get by Prince Perry. Perry got back very well there. And Lynch now trying to clear. Going all the way to Gordon. Ray J. Newman now for Stets. Newman got it through to Lynch, but first touch was a bit poor. McIntosh to take the throw in. James Wellington had to Did very well there to clear the danger. Send it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Justin Murray. It's a throw, and he just throws it out to his defender, O'Neill Headley. But Stets giving as much as they're receiving. But here comes Allen now. Prince Perry. Managing him on the right-hand side so far. It's a throw-in for Glenmuir. Taken quickly by James Wellington. So it's a kick now to Glenmuir. Devonnie Gordon takes it short. Plays it to James Wellington. He receives it. Gordon. His opposite number trying to come with him, Barnett. But it's Wellington again. Didn't manage to find Gordon. And now the advance comes from Stets, but danger handled easily. And he had to be fouled by Justin Murray. And that's a penalty for Stets. It's a penalty for Stets. O'Neill Headley certainly not liking what would have happened. All in that build-up. So it's a penalty. Stepping up, converting is the number 6 from Stets, Justin McPherson. And Glenmuir have it all to do in the early stages of this encounter. That on the 14th minute of play, rather. Can Glenmuir settle themselves? So it's Glenmuir in possession now, trying to go forward with Watson. Watson does well to evade danger. Still holding the ball well is Watson. Plays it back to his defender. Headley plays it out wide to Lennox Francis, who didn't control well. It's a throw in and now for Glenmuir on the left-hand side. They take it quickly. McPherson, the goal scorer, trying to go by Headley, but that was cut out. Doyne Tummins points that it was actually a goal kick. Taken quickly. Lot of pressure. Glenmuir under in their own half. Roger Newman there doing well. Tiquaine Allen has to shield that one and ensure that no danger was caused by the advance of the Stets players. Throwing taken quickly again. Glenmuir still trying to clear deep in their own half. Doing well there is Denzel Watson. Plays through the number 10. Immediate pressure from McIntosh. Cuts out that danger. Headley plays it forward, trying to bring Allen in the play. But now, Watson. Orain Watson steps forward. Still Watson. Was trying to release Denzel Watson. But that was ended up going out of play. Deshaun Peck there, the coach for Glenmuir, was actually the under 14 coach of Vauxhall High School. A lot of his players, or his then players, would have, moved forward to under 16 effectiveness in the urban era competition. So definitely has a lot of experience. Deshaun Peck, the coach for Glenmuir. So throw in the Glenmuir half for Stets. They take it quickly through McIntosh. Newman plays it back. McIntosh sending it all the way back. And that's a goal kick. Yeah, Deshaun Peck, the assistant coach for the senior team. The head coach for the junior team. Glenmuir still trailing a goal to nil. Still early in the first half. By my untrained clock, internal clock, it would be about 20 minutes. I'll give you some more confirmation on that. So that was a handle ball by Denzel Watson. A kick punted up forward. Justin Murray handling it easily. Watson. Still Watson. Releasing Denzel Watson. Did well to get in the box. But great defensive work that. Averting every danger. Jamari Walters making no mistake in his own box. Here's Glenmuir. Referee just bringing a halt to proceedings, ensuring that there's only one ball on the field of play. James Wellington has the ball. Sends it up forward. Easily handled by Krishawn Hill. So Glenmuir still with possession. Lennox Francis trying to combine with Deshaun Campbell there, but that ball would have been played out of touch. Brandon Wallace there, Deshaun Peck, two coaches. James Wellington has defensive work to do. Here's Stets through Cockett. Didn't have a great control on that one. Sent all the way back now. Stets able to play it forward. Roger Newman played it to Barnett. Lynch now. Lynch stabs it forward. Great interception, great reading by O'Neill Headley. Really needed to cut out that one. That was a dangerous ball. Justin McPherson, the intended target, but that was cut out very well by O'Neill Headley, showing the experience he has at the senior level. And it's a throw in for Glenmuir on the right hand side. Taken quickly. Played upfield, trying to bring Kamari Ray in the play. But here's Watson on the ball, playing in that number 10 role, doing a lot of work in the midfield. Giving away easily was number 4 to Quinn Allen. Ball played forward by Barnett. Referee showing a card that to looks to be the number 10 player there, DeAndre Barnett, for Stets, going in the books of Doyne Tummings. Headley to take the kick. Plays it forward. Watson doing well to bring it under control. Still Watson. Unable to hold it. The captain there for Stets, Joannia Gordon, doing well to play it off Watson rather. And it's a throw in for Stets, deep in their own half. Ray did well to intercept. His delivery though cut out in the end. Here comes Stets now. Intercepted by Wellington. Playing it to Denzel Watson. Denzel Watson unable to get by the man Jamari Walters. It's a throw in though for Glenmuir. Watson hustling on the ball. Plays it all the way to Francis. Francis steps forward. Brought down by, looks to be could be Justin McPherson, the man guilty of the infraction there. O'Neill Headley stepping forward to take the resultant kick. Headley strikes, but that was always going high over the top. Goalkeeper there, Krishan Hill, just ensuring that no danger was lurking. Ball played up, but Stets able to punt it forward. Watson gets the header. Overzealous was Joannia Gordon, the captain for Stets. Watson has the responsibility to deliver this kick. Sends it forward. Going all the way to Gordon. Devoney Gordon unable to really do anything with that one. Krishawn Hill played it forward, but played it out in the end. McPherson couldn't get on the end of it. So Francis takes the throw quickly. Here's McPherson now for Stets. Speculative attempt there. Playing it all the way to the keeper, Justin Murray. He mops up the damage. Denzel Watson trying to get on the end of that one. Manages to bring enough pressure on the Stets defense. And that time Javon Wright gets a throw in. It's Wellington. Still Wellington. Nods it forward for Barnett. Make that Gordon. Glenmuir still trying to settle the play, but McPherson now. Almost got through, but great defensive work from Francis coming forward. Headley plays it up, trying to bring in Watson. A strong arm that from Shamar McIntosh. Really holding Orain Watson at bay there. The referee doing the right job, calling the spot kick. Make that the free kick. Orain Watson standing by this one. Can he do something special? From about 25 yards. Orain Watson. Also with him, O'Neal Headley. Still not sure who will take it. Headley. Watson. Watson steps up. Just over the top. Able to bring it over the wall, but didn't have any dip on that one. And there is a few drops of water. Not much of a drizzle. Just a few drops. Goal kick taken quickly. Stets on the ball now. Cock it. Ease of the ball by Devoney Gordon. So it's a free kick for Stets. Plays it forward. Tiquain Allen not really able to get a good solid head on it. Ended up playing it out for a corner kick for Stets. So here's the corner kick taken by Newman, comes across, headed out by the captain Watson. Overzealous on that attempt was the number 9 for Glenmuir, Kamari Ray. kick comes up. Headed out, but only to Lynch. Newman, back to Lynch. Glenmere trying to clear. Ray there. Unable to really do the give and go with James Wellington as effective as he really should have. McIntosh plays it back. Javon Wright punts it up in the air. Kamari Ray plays it back to the captain, Watson. Watson turns. Was trying to release Nyron Allen. Deshaun Campbell. To Allen. Allen unable to really bring it under control. He's down. Medical staff has to attend to him. Brandon Gale, now the coach for Stets, able to have a quick chat with a few of his players. Jade Lynch and Ray J. Newman. Play continues now with Glenmure on the ball. Wellington to Devoney Gordon. Attention still being given to, well, he's actually up now. Allen. The cross comes for Glenmure. No one on the end of it. Goes out for a goal kick. That will be taken quickly. That will be taken shortly, rather. But it's a throw in now. Devoney Gordon plays it back to Francis. Gordon. Gordon receives it, plays it to Wellington. Interception, very effective that from Stets. Plays it out for a throw in. That ball played up all the way to the touchline. Throw taken quickly by Wellington. Ray plays it all the way back. Headley on the ball. Watson unable to get it under his spell. Gordon loses it out to Ray now. Tries a switch. Interception by McPherson, who was adjudged to have handled the ball. Rightly so by referee Dine Tummings. Goes all the way back. Headley. To Queen Allen. Devoney Gordon brought down there by McPherson. McIntosh rather. Headley plays it up. Watson trying to get on the end of it, but goal kick for Stets. Played upfield. Headed out by Allen. Queen Allen, this is now Nyron Allen. Under loads of pressure. His flailing hands swinging and bringing all sorts of problems to the Stets player, who will now be attended to. He's waiting to give confirmation of the player for Stets, who is actually down. In visible discomfort is that player. That's Nyron Allen. So we're in the 39th minute of play, just 1 minute left in normal time, 40-minute half. Here's Glenmuir with Watson. All the way back to Headley. Watson receives it. Tries to release Allen. Perry staying with him, but Allen still has the ball. Can he deliver the cross? He does. Goes to Gordon now. The shot comes across from Deshaun Campbell, but really didn't have a lot of power on it. Stets with the goal kick now. Fourth official indicating just a minute to be added on. Stets trying to come forward. McPherson brought down. Brought down by Francis, I think, on that occasion. This is a kick now. Easily handled by Headley. Queen Allen plays it up now to Denzel Watson. James Wellington now has to mop up the damage. Comes forward and inverts. Does very well, James Wellington. Tries to play through Deshaun Campbell. But that went all the way to the goalkeeper, who cleared Krishawn Hill. Still trying to attack. Down the right-hand flank is Glenmuir through Watson. Watson still loses out now. Stets through McPherson on the left-hand side. Francis had to clear that danger. Playing it out. Giving a good talking to as well. Knowing that he's very much around there and ready to play. The goal scorer that from the penalty, McPherson. Don Cummins points to the spot, blows a whistle for the first half. The real moment of the first half, of course, the penalty converted by number 6 for Stets, Justin McPherson, in the 14th minute of play, giving them a 1-0 lead in the encounter. Of course, Stets would have won the under 14 competition earlier, beating another Clarendon team, veer technical on penalties. Glenmuir this time. Can they deliver? Teams will be having their halftime team talks. Stets, they must be a bit more relieved than Glenmuir. But at the half, it's Stets 1, Glenmuir 0. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us for second half action in the Issa under 16 schoolboy football final, the rural area final. Glenmuir against St. Elizabeth Technical. At the half, Stets leads courtesy of a 14th-minute penalty converted by Justin McPherson. That was a change made by Glenmuir, number 7 coming on for them. That's Essie and Harrison. So, Glenmuir with the ball. Francis trying to connect with Allen. Allen does well. Was expecting the overlap from Francis, but he didn't come forward. Allen has to fight. Francis plays it all the way back to Murray, the keeper. Punts it forward. Allen takes it under his control. Back to Francis. Miscues his kick. It's a throw in now for Stets. Throw in taken by Perry. Headley coming across. Plays it forward, but Gordon for Stets, the captain, doing the defensive work on that occasion. Stets, they try to come forward through the number 10, DeAndre Barnett. Trying to bring Cockett into play, but is forced very wide by James Wellington. Cockett still on the ball. Wins the throw-in. Wellington wouldn't allow him to get through that tight area. Takes a throw quickly. Looks to be a foul throw. Glenmuir duly obliged. O'Neill Headley to take the throw. Takes it, trying to bring the substitute. Harrison in the play. Goes to Watson. Now to Gordon. Miscues his pass and brings the team under some measure of pressure. McPherson trying to go forward. Does very well. McPherson, the goal scorer. Still McPherson. Francis there. Trying to do defensive work. Does very well to avoid a corner kick. It's a throw in for Stets taken quickly. It's with Barnett. Barnett. Gordon played it back to Francis, and his passes have been so poor. Prince Perry with the throw in for Stets. Played out beautifully, trying to bring Essie and Harrison on the play, but Harrison now fouled. Referee Doyne Tummins so it's a kick for Glenmuir. Behind it is O'Neill Headley. Push it forward for Gordon. Make that James Wellington. Still on the ball is Wellington. Blocked effectively from delivering that cross. Wins a corner kick now to be taken by Deshaun Campbell. Deshaun Campbell delivers the cross. Orain Watson rather, really did well to rise up. Knows he really should have brought it on target, but there was a deflection that took it away from the goal. It's another corner kick now. If you're just joining us, Stets lead a 1-0, courtesy of a 14-minute strike from the penalty spot by Justin McPherson. The corner comes in, cleared very well, and it's a throw-in now. Francis comes across to take it quickly. Ray tries to fire from distance, but that was blocked. Gordon does well to get the rebound. Comes all the way back to James Wellington. Playing it forward to Essien Harris, the substitute. Gordon still on the ball. Releases Harrison now. Sends it across. That was cut out. Harrison still on the ball. Tries to evade the defensive line of Stets, but that was cut out. O'Neill Headley plays it out wide to Francis. Plays it up now. Deshaun Campbell loses the ball. O'Neill Headley has to mop up again. And that's a handled ball from Justin McPherson. Taken now quickly. Gordon. Dropping back in the midfield is Gordon. Allowing Orain Watson to go further forward. Essien Harrison trying to use his pace on the left flank. But that's a corner kick. It had to be played out by the man there. For Stets, looks to be Shamar McIntosh. In the 48th minute of play now, the corner comes in. Orain Watson got ahead to it. But it's another corner kick. He really does well in the air, Orain Watson. It's another corner kick to be delivered. Here it comes. Very low though. Easily booted out now by Stets. But miscontrol sees Gordon with the opportunity to carry it forward. He didn't go very far. James Wellington plays it back to Headley. Orain Watson giving chase to this one. On the left-hand side. Plays it back to Francis. Francis sends it in. Easily handled by Krishawn Hill, who hasn't really had to do a lot of shot stopping so far in the match. McPherson almost did very well to take it down, but cleared in the end by Glenmuir. McPherson. Francis did well. Make that Allen. Gordon plays through Allen now. Still Allen. Was expecting the run of Watson, but he knew he was offside and had to check his run. Stets able to clear now. McPherson. Wonderfully done with Barnett. Francis making no mistake clearing that ball. Two changes being made now by Glenmuir. Two more changes. Here's Stets. Cut out by Francis. Prince Perry tries to bring it forward. Jade Lynn trying to keep the ball alive for Stets. But Watson just unable to break there. Here's Barnett for Stets. Kimari Ray plays it down to Wellington. Back to Ray. Wellington didn't get it back how you would have loved it. Now it's with Cockett. Wellington, great defensive work there. Finds Ray. Tries to evade the danger, but he only plays it out for a throw-in. James Wellington being substituted. And in will come for Glenmuir. Number 6 player, DeMarco Bryce. Deshaun Campbell also being brought off. In favor of Christopher Rodney. Stets. That was a shot from McPherson. To Stets. Corner kick. Taken shot. Played in. Easily handled by Murray. Needed a second grasp of it, but now he plays it out. Should be handled well by Stets. Essien Harris. Now with Watson. Watson with pace on the left-hand flank. Watson attracting 3 defenders. And one of the 3 able to get the ball from his strides. And they play out now. Stets trying to connect with McPherson. Unable to clear was Jamari Walters. Bringing a lot of pressure on the team. Now Allen comes in the more central position. And the number 14 substitute, Christopher Rodney, is on. Here's Allen. Does well to fight back and regain possession. Allen. But Jade Lynch came all the way back to stop his advance. But it's still with Allen. Unable to get by. It's a corner kick, as indicated by Doyne Tummings. Deshaun Peck there, encouraging his player to make it a good delivery. He does so now. Header on goal from Orain Watson. Handled well by Krishawn Hill. Trying to clear was Hill, but only comes for a throw-in. Watson unable to bring it under his control now. Stets have the ability to reset, but they lose possession as well. Gordon with Allen, trying to pull strings in the middle of the park now. Allen. Gordon passes up to Rodney, the substitute. Diminutive, but able to hold the ball. Rodney. The foul goes in his favor. Francis to take it. Francis tries to switch the angle, but that was cut out. Ray J. Newman now with the ball in the middle of the park, trying to play and release the number 9 Cockett, but that was cut out. O'Neill Headley now will take the kick for Glenmuir. Can Glenmuir get one back in this encounter? O'Neill Headley behind this one. Headley behind it. Steps forward. Far as high. Lennox Francis there doing well to clear that ball for Glenmuir. Reggie Newman trying to bring Barnett, but Francis able to play it out. Gordon there winning that throw-in. Glenmuir trying to come forward, but again Francis playing it out for a throw. Oh, very, very, very close there. Glenmuir speared for the blushes. Justin Murray with the ability to clear now, and he does. McPherson on the ball for Stets. "60 minutes played in this encounter so far. Match 20 minutes left in the encounter. Stets was trying to come forward there through the number 10, DeAndre Barnett, but that was cut out. Player down there for Glenmuir. That's technical crew, Glenmuir technical crew. Definitely trying to get things going. The number 10 for Glenmuir being pulled aside for treatment. Substitute there being sent to warm up. Great control, great take that from Watson. The substitute, number 14, Christopher Rodney, trying to get in on the defense, but he loses possession. Allen nods it forward for the chase of Watson. Watson has come a bit back, but now it's with Essie and Harrison. Harrison, and he wins a free kick just on the edge of the box. Substitution now being made by Glenmuir. Dominic Murray coming on. And Devoney Gordon will come out. So Dominic Murray runs on the field of play. Here's a kick. Wasted. Way over the top. That one. Orain Watson. Here's stats with Newman. Naren Allen there. Fouling Newman. Substitution being made by St. Elizabeth Technical. Entering the field of play, number 19. Shamar Stewart, who had a cameo role in the DeCosta Cup for Stets. Ray finds Allen. Industrious run this from Allen. But Prince Ferry did very well to avert the danger. But now it's still with Allen. Tries to go to the line. Can he deliver across? No. It runs out of touch. Kick taken by Stets. Christopher Rodney being spoken to by Dwayne Tummins. Pulling the jersey of DeAndre Barnett. Had a bit of a tussle as well. So, Glenmuir trying to play out from the back. Ball release for Essien Harris. Javon Wright. Goalkeeper being attended to. Throwing for Glenmuir taken. Number 19 there being shown the yellow card. That's Shamar Stewart for that challenge on number 9, Kamari Ray. But the free kick is in a precarious position for Stets to defend. Essien Harris behind it for Glenmuir. In the 67th minute of play, Essien Harrison, can he bring them level? No, he can't. They just haven't had their day with any of the spot kicks they've taken. Here's Glenmuir trying to go forward. Harrison. Really taken out by the captain, Joannia Gordon. Headley behind the kick now. Can he deliver something noteworthy? O'Neill Headley lifts it across. Able to be cleared. Whistle on the play there. Free kick for Stets in their own penalty box or just outside it. Played up, trying to find Barnett, but that was cut out. Rodney does well to keep it in touch. Still going is Rodney. Stets unable to clear. Allen plays it to Watson. Watson. Good defensive work from Barnett. Watson was trying to play through Essien Harrison, but whistle on the play. Orain Watson receiving the call there. Taken quickly by Glenmuir. Here's DeQuain Allen. Stripped of possession by Cockett. Receives the throw. Throw taken quickly. Trying to find Watson. Watson unable to really get anything on it, but plays it on the arm of a Stets player. And that's a free kick in a dangerous position. And O'Neill Headley being instructed by the coaching staff of Glenmuir to go over to that, but players down there for Stets. Picture of the Stets bench there. Can he keep his cool, Deshaun Peck? Player still down for Stets. Still awaiting the deliver from O'Neill Headley. Headley lifts it up. At the back post was Orain Watson. Wasn't able to really get the header on target. Stets trying to play out. It's with McPherson now. McPherson unable to beat Headley. Stets on the ball through Cockett. Good turn from him. Still, he loses possession now. Referee Tommins plays the advantage. Now Glenmuir comes streaming forward. Essian Harrison plays through Orain Watson. Essian Harrison now. Can he deliver across? Out of touch. Certainly Glenmuir, they have looked a lot more purposeful than St. Elizabeth Technical, especially going forward. And Stets, to their credit, they took full use of that opportunity. In the first half, when they got in on goal, and Justin Murray in goal had to pull back their attacker, and it was a penalty call. Rodney to Allen. To the substitute, Bryce. Bryce trying to go forward, loses possession. Ball booted upfield. Way out of his box is Murray, being that extra defender. Watson trying to play on Essian Harrison, who really did well. Gets a corner. Essian Harrison is down. Looks to be getting up now. Able to continue, Essian Harrison. The cross comes, played out. Comes the way to Bryce. Bryce trying to fire. Cut out by McIntosh. Headley plays it forward to Francis. Francis plays it off a Stets player. Looked to have been the number 10 player, Barnett, but that's conjecture now. Throw taken quickly. Francis. Stets doing very well to clear their lines. Bryce. Pass was weak. Now releasing Cockett, who has Headley for company. Headley does really well. To Quayne Allen now. Coming forward. Dominic Murray trying to get on the ball. Still possession with Glenmuir. All the way to Rodney. Does well. Brings it in. Rodney. Great skill. Lays it off. Allen just couldn't fire. Oh, the attack has been marauding. Essian Harris. That was played out of touch by McIntosh. It's a throw in. Glenmuir eager to take it quickly. But yeah, that was a great measure of skill from the number 14, Christopher Rodney, the substitute. With Charleston-like headers. Getting in. Essien Harrison coming out. Number 19 for Glenmuir coming in. That's Jonathan Tomlinson. Still pressure in Stets. Half. Francis plays it out wide to Ray. Back to Francis. The shot. Just over the bar. Francis trying to do the clutch shot there. Unable to really bring it on target. Glenmuir continue to come forward. Can Stets do the double under 14, under 16 rural champions? Rodney. Still Rodney trying to wiggle his way forward. So Stets still lead. A goal to nil. This in the 78th minute of the 80-minute match. If Glenmuir ought to break this Stets lead, they have to do it very quickly. Just under a minute left in normal time. And whatever time for stoppages, which really shouldn't be too many. Glenmuir bench there looking a bit worried. They know time is running out. Throw in taken. It's another throw in. Headley sends it forward again. It's Allen. Bryce did well. Still Allen on the ball now. Brings it into the center circle with Francis. Christopher Rodney. Allen there. Trying to bring Murray in the play. Back to Bryce. It's Rodney now. Murray tries to fire, but that's blocked. Ray will have to take the throw quickly. Francis brings it in the box. Watson on the end of that couldn't bring it under control. 4 minutes of time to be added on as we reach the 80-minute mark. Here's McPherson. Can he fire from distance? He does. Murray, though, in position. Did really well to bring it on target, did McPherson, the goal scorer from the penalty spot in the 14 minutes of play for Stets. Here they come again, Stets. It's really all been Glenmuir in the attacking front. Stets, they've really done well to thwart the danger. The captain, Joanna Gordon, queuing up behind it, but that's played quickly. But still with Glenmuir now, able to come forward. Dominic Murray trying to get on the end of it. Ray. Ray and Perry in a tussle there. Francis and McPherson. McPherson does well. O'Neill Headley trying to mop up danger there. Stets player down. And attention being called to that by the referee. The medical staff for Stets coming on, ensuring that especially injuries from concussions are dealt with great speed. So it's a kick for Glenmuir. Ray trying to play through Watson and Murray. Here's Barnett playing it forward. No real target in sight, but doing his part in ensuring time runs out. Playing it out is Headley. Stets, they have an opportunity. Stennett trying to get on it. It's still Shamar Stennett. He fires and he buries it in the back of the net. Shamar Stennett. And it's all Stets now. It's all Stets. In time added on. He dropped his shoulder, turned his man. And Deshaun Peck. Yeah, that sums up the day for Glenmuir. What a strike that from Stennett. Glenmuir left shell-shocked. O'Neill Headley sagging in disappointment. But what a moment for this man. He's shown a red card though. He won't mind it too much. Had a yellow card earlier. But that's on camera for him and for his children to remember when that time comes for his family. Glenmuir trying to kick out from the spot kick. But yeah, it's almost impossible for them now, Glenmuir. Watson. The captain now. Joanna Gordon. 11 versus 11. He gets by Nyron Allen. Gordon still going on the flank. The Marco Bryce had to really clear very quickly. The final whistle has blown. St. Elizabeth Technical. They have returned a 2-0 defeat that they suffered at the hand of Glenmuir early in the season. But their victory, so much more impressive. It's the final. And Stets, champions in the under-14 now, champions in the under-16 competition. A remarkable goal. Sealed the deal from Shamar Stennett in added time in the second half. Compounding on a penalty converted by the number 6 for Stets. Justin McPherson in the 14th minute of play. The Glenmuir players are shell-shocked, disappointed. Andrew Peart and Omar Wedderburn, they share their exchanges. Omar Wedderburn, of course, the head coach for the Costa Cup team for Stets for many years now. But yeah, crestfallen. And for the second time today, trophies, medals, and all will be heading back to Santa Cruz. Stets 2, Glenmuir 0. The MVP of the encounter, Justin McPherson, for Stets, converted the penalty. But what a goal that was from Shamar Stewart. Did so very well to seal the deal for Stets. Amidst all the pressure that Glenmuir tried to bring in the encounter, unable to breach the Stets defense. That's the trophy, and the captain, Joanio Gordon, will be lifting that in a short while. It's another moment of ceremony, and Stets will take center stage. Orred Wallace, Killian Montague, among others, are there ready to hand out medals and the trophy. Of course, the second place medals will be handed out to Glenmuir High. They really played well, just unable to breach the Stets defense. Lorraine Watson had quite a few headers, but was unable to bring any of them on target to really test the goalkeeper, Krishan Hill. But for all their offensive thrust against the run of play, with perhaps the only real chance that they created, Stets, in the second half, a fantastic turn from Shamar Stewart. And he fired, and Justin Murray was beaten for the second time on the afternoon. Getting ready now for the presentation ceremony. Again, Harold Bailey, the press officer for the JFF. Urging the match officials to come forward for their medals. Doyne Tummins, Kishana Robinson, Keone Denton. That's now Kishana Robinson. Before that was Keone Denton. And once more, Horace Hamilton, who also was the fourth official for the under-14 final. Justin McPherson, the MVP for the final. He'll be presented with a Jamaican national team jersey. Runners-up medals now to be presented. Yeah, bitter taste must be on the mouth of Orrin Watson. Just the Saturday past, he would have had a gold medal, proverbially, among the winning team for Glenmuir in the Ben Francis Cup final. Deshaun Peck now getting his medal, as well as medals for the rest of the squad. Brandon Gale there, the coach for Stets, being presented with his Reggae Boy shirt as well. And the gold medals presentation, and now to the Stets players. That's O'Neill Ankle. Of course, he's the chairman of the Manning Cup competition, principal of Jonathan Grant High School. Art Wallace there, principal of Fogar Road High, chairman of the under 14 and under 16 rural era competitions. And the captain there, Keith Wellington, the president of Issa, principal of Stets as well, all join in that moment. And the captain for Stets, Jawania Gordon, now hoists the trophy. They are the under 16 rural era champions in Issa schoolboy football. And they have their moment to run. What a moment it has been for them. Under 14 and now under 16 champions. Congratulations to Stets. Commiserations to Glenmuir. Yeah, and that's all the time we have here at Fogar Road High School in Clarendon. Thank you so much for joining the stream, courtesy of Issa Sports TV. And on Monday, we continue with the urban area under 14 and under 16 finals. Those definitely matches you would want to see. Until then, Dean Smith saying goodbye from Fogar Road High.